Filling up with some Enlist 4-5 Donna Grow beans. We got James coming up the road, hauled all 3 loads a week. Putting soybeans in behind the wheat field that we cut. I think this is a 24 acre field, 23, 20, somewhere around there. I have to look at the map. So we did get a little shower of rain last night, so it stopped wheat cutting, but gave me time to, it wasn't enough that I couldn't get this field planted. And this was actually probably the worst wheat field that we had. Wheat was down a little bit, plus this is a sandy field, so it kind of soaked all the water in quick, so I was able to get out here. And it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun's out, it's hot. It's one of them hot days after a rain. We didn't get much, maybe a tenth or 2. I know I texted Wes earlier, he said he got 4 inches of rain last night. So that's good for his corn. So yeah, I'm gonna get this field right here done, get it planted, and that'll probably be it for today. And then combine, she is sitting, where's that? Right there. I got her all blown off, ready to go for tomorrow. We'll probably be, well, I don't think it's supposed to rain next 3 or 4 days here. So we will be back at it probably tomorrow cutting. Like I said, it's hot. It has got a little breeze today, so it'll dry everything out pretty good. And trying to do everything one-handed, it's a little difficult. So we'll probably be back tomorrow. We'll see what the weather and the wind and everything is tomorrow, and then at least I'll be caught back up. My plan is to play in the mornings and then probably at night keep the combine going. We didn't bale this field, so there's going to be, actually I got the combine set today for windrowing, so we will be baling the rest of it. And yeah, be back at it hard tomorrow. I'll be caught up, be back in the combine, and give y'all some more video. I am putting 187,000 seeds to the acre of soybeans. We normally bump them up. I think I was at 170 for early beans, and we always bump it up for wheat beans, plant them a little bit thicker. So I need to get a trunk flag put up there. I seen one guy had a flagpole beside his hydraulic motor that had an American flag, and on the other side it went up, and he had I think he had a John Deere flag. I'd probably put like a Trump 2024 flag on there, is what I'd put on there. So I am planting 15-inch rows. This is a 1631 planter, 1790, and I am doing 31 rows right now. 15-inch rows, 31 rows. So I don't know why out west, like here, all the planters are 1631s, and out west are 1632s, and they actually have to do an offset because of that 32nd row. I don't know why they don't. I don't have to do that on a 1631. They wanted, I guess they got one more extra row, but I'm not sure why they have that. They want that 32nd row, and then they got to do the offset and all that stuff. I know Growing Corn 2020, I follow him on TikTok, and if you watch him, he doesn't do all that offset nonsense. He actually built on his planter, on his 2-draw bar planter, 2-point, that's what it's called, 2-point, same as this. He actually welded another thing where your 3-point connects. He just moved it over. Was it 15 inches or whatever he did? So, so when he gets done playing corn, he just unhooks the planter, moves the tractor over 15 inches, or 7.5, I think it's 7.5 inches, and backs back up, picks it back up and goes with it. That's smart. I don't know why deer don't do that automatically on those planters right from the factory. Of course, I don't know why you need a 1632. Why wouldn't you just get a 1631? Then you don't have to do any of it. But I don't know. Seems like out west they all want that 32nd row or something. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe if somebody knows, just leave it in the comment section. I would appreciate it because I'd really like to know. But yep, just roll right along. We will be back at it tomorrow and you'll get more footage of it. This is the biggest hill we have on our hill right here. As you can see it, it's just a little sand hill that goes over and then it drops down on the other side, as you can see. This is the biggest hill that we have on any of our land right here, is this hill. Everything else is flat. You might have like a little rise right there and you got a little rise right there, but as far as the hill goes, this is the biggest hill. We're flatland farmers. And then we're coming down the other side of it. I'll show you when I turn around what I'm talking about. I'm yawning for some reason. Now we didn't bale this field. We should have, probably, because I had the combine set up to just throwing it out the back and the wind was blowing so bad that it actually looked like it was windrowing it for baling. But my brother, he went home and didn't get the baler out. We could have baled it, and as you can see, the light spots, the wind wasn't, even though I spun my spinners up on the back to try to compensate for it, it still kind of put it in these rows. So my brother came out here with the beans. He didn't come yesterday and try to bale it. He probably could have picked up a lot of this. I don't know how the beans are going to do in this. I don't think they're going to come up very good through this, but we should have baled it. But anyway, he came out here with the mower and kind of spread it out a little bit. But like I say, I don't know if the beans are going to come up in it. Just planting through it. It's not as thick as it was, but we shall see, I guess. We'll see what happens anyway. I got my iPad in here, but nobody's got any new YouTube videos out. I keep waiting for Wes to do a 2-hour live, so I got something to watch for 2 hours, but he doesn't do it. Come on, Wes. Give me some 2-hour lives. You got enough content and talking that you can get it done, and that will entertain me while I'm planting this field, because I don't listen to the radio. I never listen to the radio, whether I'm in the combine, the tractor. It's very rare that I'll turn it on. I mean, I might turn it on if I'm out here for a really long time, but I never, ever listen to the radio for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just not a big radio person. Now, I do like talk shows. When I used to have satellite radio, I'd listen to Howard Stern or somebody talk, but Howard's got so far left and retarded that I don't even listen to him anymore. I mean, it just to the point where I used to love him. Now he irritates me and I can't stand him. So Alright, so we just got going again. I've been cutting from the trucks over. We had a bunch of rain past a couple days, and then we had 2 days of drying, so we figured we would get back at it. This is going to be the first load, so it's always a little wetter just getting in here. It's, what time is it? It's like lunchtime or something. there's a bunch of haze. We thought it was fog, but come to find out it's that damn smoke from Canada is here. What we're dealing with once again. I don't know if you can see it in the air or not. I don't know if the camera picks it up. But wheat's running right around 15, 16, 17 on the first load. It'll get drier as the day goes on, but we're getting my brother's over there with the baler. She must have broke a string because he's over there working on it. Dad's over there with the loader moving the bales. But wheat is actually doing pretty daggone good. Really good, actually. So, pretty good. It's running right around 100. Sometimes it jumps up to 135. You get in a real good thick spot, but it's pretty consistent. Right around 100. So if it keeps going like this, I'm pretty sure we'll average right around that, which that's pretty good, I feel. Not a big fan of wheat, but that's what it's cutting. Some spots are 17 and it drops 16 and it drops 15, but for the most part, that's what she's running. Like I say, it's first load, so you get down here on the sand hill, see how thin it is right here. The monitor goes down just a little bit, but it stays right around 75, 80, 82, 89, 74. And then you'll pick back up off the sand and come back into some good stuff, but it's real thin here on the sand. That's what I'm saying. When it runs, see it picks back up. There's just a spot. It's about a hit the button. It's about a combine length of Holly's out there spraying. It's about a combine length of sand that stretches across here. I'm right on the sand hill. It gets really good over there, but you can see the hill right here. It's thin, and you get up there, it gets a lot better. But you gotta take the good with the bad. That's why I figure we'll average 100, because some spots are 135, 125, and some spots go to 65 to 75. So I think it's all going to average out. And I tell you what, I put these on every piece of equipment we got, because these 600 series combines have them big fat wheel. I mean, them wheels in the back of her are huge. And when you're turning all day, it won't wear your arm out. But we put these on the tractors, me and my brother's tractor, and then I went and got one for the combine. And I tell you, that thing right there is a lifesaver on your arm. I mean, it's so easy. I think the new ones. Oh, and I got a haircut too. See, Wes, you're not the only one that's bald now. I was tired of Miss Eastern Shore Farmer telling me I need a haircut, so I just cut it all off this morning. But, where was I at? Talking about these things. I mean, they got big tires on the back, and they will wear your arm out turning around all day. But since we put them on there, it's like, oh my God, you don't even know it. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. But one more bin to load the first hopper, and just be rolling today. But we were back cutting wheat. You see, it does. You get down here on the better stuff, it runs up to 120, 130, 115. It's a little bit wetter, but you know, you got to get started, get this stuff out sometimes so I can get beans. And it was the other day, it was running 13, 14%, all the loads we took over there, and we've had 2-3 inches of rain since the first day we cut, so it's bound to be a fraction wetter now. But normally, just like with beans or corn, well, maybe not corn, but with beans, you get the first load going, it's always a couple points higher, and then as the day goes on, it dries out. But we got to start getting this stuff out. The wind has laid a field down over here, so I'll probably move there after this. I'm letting it dry out so I can start knocking that right there out. But we're done. You can see that or not, but that is clean wheat. That is pretty. Anybody says a deer can't get a good sample, look at that. That is pretty wheat. Just saying. I mean, I know people out there talking about New Holland, but ain't got no problem with this deer. Tell you that. Ain't no combine perfect, but that is clean, perfect, pretty wheat. Just saying. Just saying. And it's doing pretty good. So you see the red up there, that's that sand hill on that. It's on the other side of the trucks. This is all field 1. But if it wasn't for that sand hill, this field right here would be banging. That sand hill got her a little bit. Got her just a little bit, but still happy. Still happy. I mean, she's still running pretty damn good, I think. I think it's more the straw is wetter from the rain. It just hadn't had time to air out. I mean, it's cutting good. The wheat's hard as a rock. You can barely bite into it. So I think that's where that 16 something's coming from. But we just sent the first load over to the mill, so we'll see what he says. And then I'll recalibrate the moisture again after this rain. But good wheat. Good wheat. And I'm in a still running 100 and some bushels, and I'm running in the sprayer tracks where I tore up a bunch of wheat. So just think about all that wheat that would have been there. I don't know. Let's hope it does good. We need a good year on everything. We need a good year. Everybody needs a good year, but we need a good year. This stuff will mess with your vision, won't it? If you're sitting there staring at it going in that header. That thing right there, look how it catches all the stuff so it don't go up underneath your combine. They make them, I got it at a shoot. They make them for a New Holland case. I mean, they make them, I think, for every kind of combine. So, I think it's like 250 bucks, but they are definitely worth it because this would be the second year with it. So, 200 and some dollars out of all the crop that it saved me for corn, beans, wheat. From even when the kernels blow up there, they'll fall back down in the header. And I know everybody, hold on, let me switch this camera around. I know everybody's combine, doesn't matter if you cut corn, soybeans, wheat, no matter what color combine you got, it will it will push the stuff up on the throat of the combine. I don't care what color it is. I see everybody riding around with a big pile of shit. And then when you go to blow it out or clean it, it's all stuck up in the corners. I did away with all that with this thing. No more junk getting under up on the throat. It makes, because you know these throats, there's a big gap, bunch of wires, hoses all up in there. Always got covered up in it ever since we got this thing. No more. So easy to blow. Well, you don't have to blow that off. If there's any residue up there, you just put your hand behind it and pop it one time, falling back in the header at the end of the day. But most time when it gets a little bit more up there, it feeds itself back in the header anyway. So that right there is a total, to me, that's a game changer. I really like that. And I'd seen them before, never thought about getting one until I got tired of blowing off the throat and grabbing the stuff up underneath. To me, I think it's worth it. It's worth it. That thing right there, this is the second year, never had a problem with it. When I washed the combine, I just folded it out, pressure washed it off, looked brand new again. You can get them, like I said, to shoot. If they last 5-6 years, I mean, just think of the value of the seed that you had that normally gets pushed up there, and then you blow it off with an air and thing. But now, with it up there, it bounces back in the head. So, and then it saves you a lot of time cleaning and you know, if it does rain while your combine's sitting at a different farm, and now it don't stay damp up there and cause stuff to rust and get that nasty, you know how it is when fodder and straw and everything gets wet, it gets very nasty and like acidic. It just eats away at stuff. Now we don't have that problem. I really like that. Really like it. So nobody sponsors me with that. I just love it. I just think that's a great idea. Now I do like Ivor's farm, but then they waste because I saw his dad he's got an air thing that he hits and it blows off the nose of the combine, but it doesn't blow off way up in there. It just blows off right where the header hooks up, which that's a great idea. but you're still wasting whatever corn went up there, or beans, or you're wasting whatever went up there. You're not getting it. You're just blowing it out on the ground. But this thing right here, actually, it makes everything fall right back in the header, and that's what I like about it. It's really good for beans. Wheat, you don't have a lot of that, but when you're cutting beans, and sometimes they're popping, and everybody, I don't care what kind of combine you got, everybody's got that problem too. They'll pop open and the reel will hit them up. No matter, even if you slow the reel down, it'll throw beans up there. Now it hits, when the beans hit it, bounces right down. Now yeah, the rest of the header I do lose some because it pops it over. I don't have a thing there, but this thing right here is mainly with the draper, is where it's the reel's turning, and then you got your, on a draper, you got your solid, your drum that also feeds it into the combine. Most time it's when them two are kind of working against each other. When you're going through real thick beans, it'll cause some of them to pop up. But now with this, falls right back in. Love it. Love it. Can't say enough about it. And if this one goes bad, I'll get another one, because it's a game changer. So anyway, my brother and my brother, he got the baler going pretty good now. I think they had a problem with it the first couple bales, but he's rolling with her now. I'll try to get some video of that. Didn't show you. Hard to zoom in between them windows, but he's coming with her. There you go, Rizzo! Slow down, let him go past. That baler, it's always the first couple bales every year. Yeah, we got some kinks, and then after that, she rolls right along. And he loves baling too. There he is, boy. Let me get a picture of that. There you go, boy. Look at him going. That man is impressive. Trying to tell him go. I didn't have both hands pick up the radio in time. Nothing like auto steer. That does make it nice. It actually helps him. He likes it because he can bail straight. You know, because no matter how much you think you're used to hold the wheel straight, you weren't. Because when he was bailing, you know, he could see him. He'd have to turn the wheel here, there, and everywhere. And even he said, man, he said it's so much nicer having the straw straight instead of fighting it, you know, back and forth here and there. But it's good wheat. You can see it's getting drier as the day goes on, but it's a really good wheat. Really impressed. Really impressed. Alright, so I started another field. That's the one we cut the other day. I got it planted. The other one's on the other side of the chicken houses. So now I am cutting one on this side, and it is pretty good wheat. Still at 16%, but this is a bottom right here, if you can't tell. It normally stays flooded. I can't even believe the wheat is this good here, but it's thick, 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 thick. But it is cutting good, really good. So, pretty happy so far this year. We'll see how it goes. Right beside a little driveway. It'll probably actually get better when I get out in the field, because I'm losing a little bit of header right there, as you can tell where the driveway's there. But it's doing good. Good, good, good. Not bragging, just saying, thank the Lord we got a decent wheat crop. because last year we had a decent wheat crop, but the year before that we had frost. And I think over everything we averaged 20 bushels or something. It was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. We did have insurance, so that helped. That really saved us, but man, it was just horrible. I've never seen frost damage like that. I mean, it was crazy. And you can see that side of the header right there is weak. It's still running 90 some bushels with that side of the header barely coming in. It's some thick, good wheat. It's down a little bit. The camera makes it look worse than it is, but she'll pick it up. She'll pick it up, hopefully. When I don't pick up, I'll be there, I guess. It's dry now. Of course, now I'm going down the bomb. It was 12, 13. Doing really good. Got my bro beside me working. Look at him working. He's such a worker. Sheila, he's a worker. Dad's over there moving bales. Bullwinkle just left with another load. So, I'm getting it done. But, get down in this bottom, the moisture picks back up. You get back up on the hill. Running like 12, 13%. I'll show you when we get up there. Like I say, just happy we got a good wheat crop because we needed it. You can see where the field's a little wet from all the rain we had. Alright, so I'm cutting the wheat that's laid down. You can see it. What I actually did was, I'm glad we got a draper because I just let my flex out. And I'm cutting it just like I'm cutting soybeans. That's the only way to get it up. This field right here is the field that has it. And it is flat. And you can see I'm cutting it right to the ground. I can't go very fast. Just 2.3.
Well, we can leave them barrels there until the 2 weeks.
2.3, but still.
Just sit there for a minute.
Still doing pretty good. I'm trying to get most of it up anyway. Let's get most of it up. It's just bad weed on the ground, so show you the good and bad. Some of it runs 100 and some, and then some of it runs 70 some, 50 some. It is what it is. This is the one field of it. It is on the ground. Now, if we had a regular flex header, we would have to unbolt it, drop it down, and do it. And then bolt it back up when we get back in the standing wheat. Right here, where we got a draper head, I can just hit the flex button and twist the knob and drop the flex on it. And go back to work. And then tighten the flex up when I get back in the tall wheat. Got my bro there. Look at him. He is a worker, boy. They're moving the bales. But it's down. It's over to there. That side of the big field, it's got spots, but it's not as bad as this. This is a mono. I don't know if that's why it pulled it down or what, but it's still doing pretty good for being down on the ground. At least I'm getting it up. So I'd say it's pretty good. At least I'm getting it. I didn't even never think about doing that, putting it back on the bean side, but gotta go a little bit slower because I'm taking so much in, but at least I'm getting it. It's flat though. There's Mr. Kurt's duck pond. Look at that corn I planted in there. That is pretty, boy. But this will probably be the end of the video. You'll see more wheat cutting in other videos. Can't show you but so much. Pretty much the same thing, back and forth, back and forth. So I don't have the 15 people to entertain you like Larson and everybody else does. So, but the wheat is actually doing really good. Very happy. The big field across the way, it's it's laid down over here. There's a little field, like a little 5-acre field on the other side of that truck. That's laid down too. So the big field, probably half, it's got a bottom to it. And it seems like that bottom is what's laid down. And then that little 5-acre field is laid down. I'll be able to get it up, it's just laid down. So right now I'm cutting the stuff that's up, and probably after I load this next truck, I'm gonna go over there and get that 5-acre field out of the way. I'm letting it dry out a little bit more where it's laid down. But I'll be getting that one next. So that'll be a chore. If anybody's cut laid down, we got pop on the loader still, moving the bales. So, all right, see you. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Apparently that's a big deal. I would appreciate it. Thank you. And I got the bald head now.